Hello everyone, welcome to the Everything MTG Detective Agency. My name's Ash and today Ravnica is reeling from a series of mysterious murders plunging the city into chaos, and it's down to us to solve the case because in this set we are the detectives, collecting evidence and looking for clues, hiding in plain sight with disguises and identifying any shady characters as suspects, all of which are new mechanics within the set. In addition, Wizards are shaking up the booster experience with the introduction of the new play boosters, bidding farewell to set and draft boosters for good. So here's a quick reminder of what's changed. Draft and set boosters have effectively combined into the new play boosters, meaning we'll no longer get the thematic grouping of cards like we did in set boosters, but the colours will be more balanced and work better for limited play like they did with draft boosters. However, we will still have more chance to open rares, and we're guaranteed a foil in every pack, so it should make them a little bit more fun to open than draft boosters. The first 6 cards in a pack will be common, then we have a 1 in 8 chance of getting a list card, otherwise it will be another common. Then we'll have 3 uncommons followed by our rare/mythic. Every pack will contain a basic land after that, followed by a non-foil and a foil wildcard slot. Wildcards can be almost any card from the set, including showcase art at all rarities. And finally we have a slot which will either be a token, art card or helper or advert card, meaning that unlike set boosters we won't receive an art card in every pack. This means we have 4 opportunities to hit a rare in every pack coming from our list slot, which could be rare if it is indeed a list card, our rare/mythic slot, and our 2 wildcard slots. So that's all you need to know about the play boosters. I'm eager to get into them, so join us as we begin to unravel the murder mystery at the heart of Ravnica by opening up a Murders at Karlov Manor bundle. So let's take a look at the box to begin with. First thing I notice is that it says now with 9 play boosters. So we used to only get 8 booster packs. Now we get 9 of the new play boosters. Let's flip it over and take a look at the back. Track the clues, crack the case. So we can see we get 15 traditional foil and 15 regular basic lands. The image there is actually of the full art, I think impossible lands they've been named in this set, so fingers crossed we do actually get those. Could just be a printing error on the box, because another thing I noticed is that we get 9 14 card Murders at Karlov Manor play boosters, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There's only actually 8 on the image there, so they've clearly updated the art but not the image itself. Another thing to mention is you get 14 card boosters. I didn't mention this before, so play boosters now come with 14 playable cards. So previously you'd have 15 I think in the draft boosters and only about 12 playable cards in the set boosters, so that's ticked up a little bit. We've got oversized spin down life counter. We get our Murders at Karlov Manor card box and our alternate art traditional foil Axebane Ferox, which is the promo in these bundles. So that's enough of that, let's get into it and see what's inside. So a little bit of an art sheet there. And it looks like we've got another clue in there, so we'll take a deeper look into that another time, but feel free to have a go at that if you want to. And then the box itself, so we've got some of our suspects for the murder for the murders I should say, around the edge there. The Murders at Karlov Manor. Let's open her up. Take a look at our cardboard bits. So we've got some tokens there, flying token -1's a poison counter, and some little art cards, and some more 1/1 counters on the back. And I believe there's that Taser that has been stricken down. Okay, so just our little ad cards or helper cards. Pop those to the side. There's our Axebane Fox promo card. Let's pop this inside because I'm intrigued to see which lands it is that we get inside of here. So first of all, Axebane Ferox, let's take a quick look. That's a 4 mana beast for 4/4 beast, Death Touch and haste, and it's got Ward, Collect, Evidence 4, so not bad for a 4 mana 4/4. And yes, they are the full art foil lands, so that is cool, that's nice to see. Always like a pretty land. That's how they get us. So it is only 1, 2, so just 1 of each type of the full art foil lands. Then we just have the basic lands in foil. Then again, one of each type of the regular non-foil lands, and the rest are just non-foil basics. So we do at least get a few in there, that's nice. And they do look very pretty. And then we have our spin downs. So we've got the little set symbol on the top there, and is that a misprint? Are we missing a number on there? I'm sure we are. So 15s, yeah, we're missing a 16 and one there. Wow, we are missing a couple of numbers. I've never seen that before. So there is just 1, 2. Yep, I think it's just the 2 that we're missing. But yeah, we've got 2 numbers that haven't been printed on our die there. Never seen that before. That's interesting. Have to see if that means anything. Maybe it's a clue. And then we have our new play boosters. So this is what we're here for, to get into the new play boosters and see how they crack. So we'll pop those just off to the side there and we'll get started. Okay, so we've got an art card in this one. Ooh, and it's an art and token. They combined the two. I thought it was a slot you could either get a token or an art card. Unless it's part of the new clue system as well. It looks like there's going to be lots of cryptic clues and things to figure out, so maybe that's another one we need to keep an eye on. But it is a clue on the back, it literally is a clue. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, oh, and one of ours is a showcase magnifying glass one there. So 6, doesn't look like we have a list card in this pack, so that's another one, and then we're on to our uncommons. So we have Harried Dronesmith, Caught Red-Handed, Presumed Dead, Kylox Visionary Inventor is our rare. That's a cool one. It's a 7 mana, 4/4, Menace, Ward 2 and Haste. And when it attacks, sacrifice any number of other creatures, then exile the top X cards of your library where X is their total power, and you may cast any number of instants or sorcery spells from among the exiled cards without paying their mana cost. And then we have another rare behind that. We have our Doorkeeper Thrull. So it's flash, flying, artifacts and creatures entering the battlefield don't cause abilities to trigger. 2 mana, 1/2. That might see some play. And then we have a foil showcase, Call a Surprise Witness. Very nice. And our basic land. So on to pack number 2. So again, yeah, our token is just a mysterious creature this time, with nothing on the back, no extra clues on the back. So, and no list card. We have a Culvert Ambusher, Concealed Weapon, Lumbering Laundry, Aftermath Analyst, and our rare is Case of the Crimson Pulse, a 3 mana enchantment. Case, again, another one of the new themes or new type of card, the case cards. So it comes in, when this card enters the battlefield, draw a card, then discard a card, then draw 2 cards, and then it sits on the battlefield. To solve it, you have no cards in hand. So once you have no cards in hand, that's then solved, and then once it's solved, at the beginning of your upkeep, discard your hand and draw 2 cards. Interesting new mechanic. And we have a foil Slice from the Shadows. The Massacre Girl in the art there. Fingers crossed we can open one of those. That looks like a cool card. And then our land. So pack number 3. Got some cutout tokens there, so suspected another new mechanic in the set. And we've got our case solved that we can use on the enchantments. So no list card again. We have a Lightning Helix, another cool card, nice to see reprinted. Polygraph Orb, Sudden Setback, Candlestick, one of the weapons. So if you are interested in the new Magic the Gathering Clue or Cluedo set that's coming out, we will be doing a gameplay video on that, so stay tuned for that. And our rare is a mythic. It's Elquist Proft, Master Sleuth. So it's a 3-mana 3/3 human detective with vigilance. And when he enters the battlefield, investigate. And for X, a white and 2 blue, tap, sacrifice a clue. You draw X cards and gain X life. And our foil is a Public Thoroughfare. And a full art land. So yeah, it looks like we've got one of the proper actual art cards at the back there this time. And we'll go through our commons. There we go, so yeah, no list card. We've got a Hedge Whisperer, Detective Satchel, Neighbourhood Guardian, cute little unicorn, Presumed Dead, and our rare Cryptic Coat. That's a 3-mana artifact equipment. And our foil is a Hustle and Bustle. Again, bringing back the double cards in this set, so you can only play one of them at a time, but you can play either of those. And a Laid to Rest. So it looks like a list card at the back there, which I wasn't expecting. I thought the list slot was nearer to the front, so I'll have to try and figure out what's going on there. But yeah, a 4-mana enchantment. Whenever a human you control dies, draw a card. I guess it's a wild card slot, and I guess wild card slots can be list cards by the looks of it. And whenever a creature you control with a 1/1 counter on it dies, you gain 2 life. The basic swamp. On to the next one. Wouldn't mind seeing some of the new Surveil lands as well, with the art card there. They look like they'll be well used for any decks that wants to get things in its graveyard. Oh, there we go, another unauthorized exit showcase. And a Galvanize. So we've got a Coerced to Kill, Pompous Gadabout, Lead Pipe, another one of the Cluedo weapons, Forensic Researcher, and our mythic Intrude on the Mind. It's a showcase, 5-mana instant. Fill the top 5 cards of your library and separate them into 2 piles. An opponent chooses one of the piles, put that pile into your hand and the other into your graveyard. Create a 0/0 colourless Thopter artifact creature token with flying, then put a 1/1 counter on it for each card put into your graveyard this way. So interesting, kind of a fact or fiction that puts things into your graveyard, and you get a nice flying Thopter out of it too. That looks cool. And a Due Diligence is our foil. Okay, 4 packs to go. That's just one of the tokeny cards there. Let's go through. Another showcase there. So yeah, as I say, the showcase can come up in any of the slots. This is just in our common slot, so it can be one of the showcase cards there. On to our uncommons, hard-hitting question. Insidious Roots, another showcase. Scene of the Crime. It's a Clue land, another new land type, I believe. I don't think we've had Clue lands before. And our rare Officious Interrogation. 2-mana instant. It costs 2 less to cast for each target beyond the first. 2 more to cast, I should say. That'd be nice if it was those 2 less. Free spell. Choose any number of target players. Investigate X times, where X is the total number of creatures those players control. And a Mythic Expedited Inheritance. So 2-mana enchantment. Whenever a creature is dealt damage, its controller may exile that many cards from the top of their library, and they may play those cards until the end of their next turn. Nice bit of card advantage. And a foil Galvanize, a reprint in the set. Okay. 3 packs to go. Still looking for one of the big hitters. A Murder, another nice reprint. So Undercity Eliminator. Call a Surprise Witness. Bester Leech. Some cool art, I like the look of that. And there's one of our Surveil lands. We've got Elegant Parlour. So very good. See, it's got the land types as well, mountain plains, so they're searchable. Does enter the battlefield tapped, but it does allow you to surveil, so very good if you want to get things in your graveyard. And another rare Homicide Investigator. That's 2 mana, 2/2 human detective. Whenever one or more non-token creatures you control die, investigate. This ability only triggers once each turn. And a foil Harsda Vigilante. And a use token. 2 packs to go. Let's see what we can find. Another art card. So, on to our uncommons. Somalis Sentry. Flotsam and Jetsam. Concealed Weapon. Sudden Setback. And Blood Spatter Analysis. 2 mana enchantment. When it enters the battlefield, does 3 damage to a creature, to target creature an opponent controls. And whenever one or more creatures die, mill a card, put a Bloodstain counter on Blood Spatter Analysis, then sacrifice it if it has 5 or more Bloodstain counters on it. And when you do, return target creature card from your graveyard to your hand. And a foil Soul Search. With a list card at the back as well, a Treacherous Terrain. And another full art basic planes. Nothing too special too far. We need that last pack magic. Let's hope it's all in this last one. Another art card. Okay, we have a Night Drinker Moroi. Hopefully I've said that right. Chalk Outline. Persuasive Interrogators. A Vengeful Tracker. And our rare Kellen, Inquisitive Prodigy. Kellen's been getting about everywhere. So that's a 4 mana 3/4 human fairy detective with flying and vigilance. And when it attacks, destroy up to 1 target artifact. If you controlled that permanent, draw a card. And then you can also use its adventure for a green and a blue to investigate. And you can play an additional land that turn. Does a lot. A Novice Inspector foil. And a foil Basic Forest. Before we wrap up, I don't think we'd be doing our detective jobs very well if we didn't just take another quick look at this. So it does look like there are some hidden words in there. We'll have to take a look at that another time. But we'll just quickly read out what we've got here. So at 216, you can see through the diabolical scheme. Reach out to your connections. Continue your investigation at ravnicadetectiveagency.com. So presumably there's going to be a video that we need to look at 216 there. So we'll get on to that. It's the mystery file of the Ruby Ruse. Another thing I'm just noticing as well is these numbers here do look like the triangles that are on the die. So I would expect that this isn't accidental, it is done on purpose, it is a clue. We seem to be missing, is that 17, 16 and 2. So yeah, they are the 2 numbers that are written on there, the ones that we are missing. So some clues there for us to mull over. I'm going to go and get my detective hat on and take a deeper look into this, I think. But please do let us know if you find any clues that we've not seen yet. And that's all of our packs, so let's have a little recap on what we got. Our best pull was definitely the Intrude the Mind showcase with the magnifying glass art there. So it's a nice card, looking at about £7 or £8 for that one. And then other than that, we didn't hit too much, so probably looking at these 4 cards as our 4 best, going for about £2 to £3 each on all 4 of those. So not the absolute best box, but hey, it just means we're going to have to buy some more play boosters and try again. But also cool to see at least one of each of the foil full art lands in there. I'm excited to get my hands on some more of those. So it's certainly not been the best bundle I've ever opened, but hey, that just means we're going to have to buy some more play boosters and try again, right? Thanks very much for watching. Please like and subscribe. Keep an eye out for our upcoming videos if you are interested in that Cluedo gameplay video, and we'll see you in the next one.